welcome to section 6 part 1. So this is where we're going to actually get into creating the website. So what I'm going to do is I've already got a mock-up of what I'm going to create here. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go ahead and create that page. Or at least that. This is the fold bit. We will be creating the bits section by section. So what we're going to first do is we're going to click on Add New Page. And we're just going to call this the Home page. And then we're going to click on Edit with Elementor. Now, we're going to do a couple of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the settings here. And we're going to go to, it's not the settings. We're going to go into, going to click this little hamburger icon up here and go to Site Settings and go to Global Colors. Now, what you're going to do is you'll actually, if you check your, if you check the resources that are linked to this particular lesson, you'll see here that I have the colors that you're going to be using, the hex codes for them. So the primary color, what you're going to do is you're going to click on this and you're going to put the hex code in of 69DBD3. So I could just copy that in and then just paste it. You'll just copy that code in there. And then for the secondary color, you'll do 66BEDB, which you would just do as so. Just paste the code in here. You've got to put the hash in front. Text you can leave. And accent is going to be 6976DB, right? So this is going to set your global colors. And the last color that we're going to set is we're going to red. So you're going to click on the add color button. And then you're going to have a color. You're going to type in red. And we'll just do it again. So we'll just go to red. And then we're just going to copy the code here. You'll find all these codes in a little notepad that is linked to the project, that is in the project resources, right? So that we can do that. I'm just going to delete it. But that's how you would add the colors, right? So once you have done that, right, we're going to click on Update. And then we're going to click on the little back arrow here and go back to, and then click on Close the Site Settings, because we don't need that anymore. And it's going to take us back to the main menu. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a section, and we're going to do like this, so 2 columns. All right, we've got a little section here. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into Settings, and we're going to change the page layout to canvas, which will get rid of the header and the footer because we're going to put that in ourselves. Click on Update. If you ever need to revert back to changes, this has got your history here of what you've done, and you can revert back, and you've got revisions here as well. All right, so let's get back to... So now we're going to create the section. Now we're going to create the widget. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start by going to put a actually I'm going to put a text here. So we can see here this we've got this here. We can see we've got our little text here. And you can grab, if you have a look at your resources, you'll also see I've got a saved section with all the content that you're going to be putting in here. So you can just paste the registered counselor section in here. So I'm just going to do it from, just going to type it in. But you would be using it from the, you would just be pasting it in. But I'm just going to type it in. So registered counselor. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a heading widget. Put it here. And that's going to say online counseling. Online counseling. And you'll see here it automatically defaults to the correct color because you added your global color settings before. And then we're going to have another just text, which is going to say, so we're going to go to back to the widgets, go to text editor, and you'll notice here that this is telling you the pink arrow, the pink line is telling you where it's going to appear. So I could put it here to put it to the side like that, but we're actually going to put it down here. And then we're going to supporting individuals, couples, families, and teams. We're just going to type it in. But you would be pasting it in directly from the Word doc that's attached to this particular lesson. Couples, families, teens. Okay, awesome. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add a button. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on your widgets and you'll see you've got the button here. I'm going to put it underneath here and you'll see it automatically goes to this color. And the reason it automatically goes to this color is because you went into the site settings and you changed the global color. Buttons will automatically show up as the accent color. So that's all fine. And now we've got the layout for this fold section here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab an image widget by clicking on the little icon here and going back to there, clicking on widget, put it in here. Now what you're going to do is if you check the resources, there's an images directory, which I'm going to show you. So it's called all images. So what you're going to do is you're going to right click on it, click on extract all. It's saved as a zip file, so you should be able to extract it without any issues. I'm just going to save it into this directory as all images, which is fine. And when we open the directory up, you have the icons and logo and the images. So the file that we're looking for is in the images. Unsplash images, and it's this file here, which is the picture we'll be using for the counselor. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on images. We're going to click on the image. We're going to click on choose image, and I've already uploaded it, but just in case you hadn't, because you wouldn't have, you just click on upload files, select files, the file you want to upload. And then we're going to click on the image you've just uploaded, click on select, and we'll see it show up here. So the next thing that we need to do is get this so that it lines up to the middle. So we're going to click on the little icon here in order to select this container here. And then we're going to go to style. Let's have a look. Pretty sure it's center. Yeah. I'm going to click on justify content and then click on center. So now we need to do a couple of things. So the first thing we need to do is we need to set up this background color with this gradient. So if you can see how the color's going from one color to another, that's called a gradient. It's a gradual shift from one color to another. So we're going to set that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the container here by clicking on the 6 horizontal dots and click on edit container. We're going to go to style, and then we're going to go to background type. It'll automatically default to background. We're going to click on gradient here. Now, because you've set the global colors, this is going to be real easy to do. You just need to click on the little default icon here, and the first color is going to be the primary, and the second color is going to be the secondary. So you can see here we've got this little gradient that's going on where it's shifting from one color on the top to another. We need to edit a few things. So what we need to do is, I'm pretty sure it's 31. Click on Yep, so the location is going to be 31. So here we're going to type in 31. And you can see here that's shifted the color down a little bit. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on Shape Divider up here. We're going to click on Bottom. We're going to click on, there's a lot of options, but we're going to click on Waves. We're going to, I'm pretty sure it's Flip. Yeah, we're going to flip the waves so that it's like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create some settings. So for the width here, we're going to change this to 217. And that brings up that shape here. And the height is going to be 81. So there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're almost done here with this section. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Layout. And we're going to go to minimum width. So the minimum width at this point should be 800. So we're going to change this, leave this as pixels, and set that to 800. And there you go. So you can see here we've got the layout of what this page is going to look like. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to change all this text to white and adjust a few things. So we're going to click on this little icon here, go to Style, click on Typography, and you'll see the little pencil icon here. The text color is what we're going to click on first. We're going to click on Text, and we're just going to scroll down to Theme Color 6 and just set white. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. So click on Style, click on Text Color, scroll down to Theme Color 6, which is white. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Click on this section here. Click on Style, click on the text under text color here and set it up to theme color 6, which is white. Now you'll notice that we just need to adjust the line height and some things about the text. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Registered Counselor setting. Now we're going to click on the typography and click on the little pencil icon here. So it should be in Style. Click on Typography. I'm going to keep that as left aligned. Click on Typography. And we're going to change the line height to 14. And that should make it really, really small. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. We'll leave this one default. And we're going to do it with this one. We're going to change the line height to 10. So let's just do that. So we're going to change the line, we'll change it to 14. But we're going to change the weight to semi-bold, so from 400 to 600. And we're going to change it to Roboto Condensed. And that's pretty... Now, the last thing that we have to do is we have to change the hover color for the button so that when people hover over it, it will change color. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the button. We're going to click on Style. We're going to click under the text shadow here. We're going to click on Hover. And we're going to change the color by clicking on the default little icon and change it to red. So now what happens is when we hover over it, we get this red color. It's orange, but this is to indicate to the user that we have changed the color of the button, the hover color of the button. And as you can see, now we're going to click on Update. Very important to click on Update before you leave Elementor, because you'll lose your settings if you don't. And that was creating the section above the fold. So what we're going to do next is we're actually going to create the header, which will go above this fold. All right, so moving on to that section now.